right, on to the next stack, guys. Got Steve Martin, Father of the Bride. Got Father of the Bride Part 2. Got some Mark Wahlberg in Fear. Classic 80s. Got Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Tom Cruise, Few Good Men. One of my favorite movies, Field of Dreams. Bruce Willis in The Fifth Element. Nicolas Cage in Firebirds. Tom Cruise in The Firm. Katie Holmes in First Daughter. One of my favorites growing up, got First Kid. Some 80s Flashdance. Chevy Chase in Fletch Lives. All right, on to the next stack. Another favorite growing up, got the Flintstones. Some Matthew Perry, Fools Rush In. Classic, Footloose, Kevin Bacon. Some Billy Crystal, Forget Paris. Kevin Costner for Love of the Game. Tim Allen and Kirstie Alley for Richard 4. Sandra Bullock, Ben Affleck, Forces of Nature. Mel Gibson, Forever Young. Tom Hanks, Forrest Gump. Meg Ryan and French Kiss. Dennis Quaid and Jim Caviezel in Frequency. Got Fried Green Tomatoes. Classic Frosty and the Snowman. Alright, next up, got some Nicolas Cage and Gone in 60 Seconds. Harrison Ford, The Fugitive. Tim Allen in Galaxy Quest. Brendan Fraser, George of the Jungle. John Travolta, The General's Daughter. Russell Crowe, Gladiator. Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore, Ghost. Got Michael Douglas and Val Kilmer, Ghost in the Darkness. We got Ghostbusters 2. Got The Gift. Steven Seagal, The Glimmer Man. Gone Fishing. Western, Clint Eastwood, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And I almost showed you one that I already showed you. All right, next up, we got Robin Williams in Good Will Hunting. Got Grease. Got Michelle Pfeiffer, Grease 2. Got Tom Hanks in The Green Mile. Walter Matthau, Grumpy Old Men. Sequel to that, Grumpier Old Men. Got Adam Sandler, Happy Gilmore. Awesome. Keanu Reeves in Hardball. Steven Seagal, Hard to Kill, one of his best. Morgan Freeman, Christian Slater, Hard Rain. Harry and the Hendersons. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Harry Potter, Chamber of Secrets. That's it for that stack. Alright, we got Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Got some Freddie Prinze Jr., Head Over Heels. Jennifer Love Hewitt, Heartbreakers. Got Heaven Can Wait. High Fidelity, John Cusack. Hocus Pocus. Mary-Kate and Ashley, Holiday in the Sun. Everyone knows this movie. Home Alone. Home Alone 2. And underrated, but Home Alone 3. Hometown Legend. Some Homeward Bound. One of my favorites, Honey, I Shrunk the Kid. That's it for that stack. Got Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. Nicolas Cage and Honeymoon in Vegas. Robin Williams, Dustin Hoffman, Hook. Sandra Bullock and Hope Floats. Gene Hackman and Hoosiers. Robert Redford, The Horse Whisperer. Charlie Sheen and Hot Shots. Steve Martin, Goldie Hawn, House Sitter. Matthew McConaughey, Kate Hudson, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. We got Hulk. Sean Connery in The Hunt for Red October. And we got Denzel Washington in The Hurricane. And we've got Meg Ryan, Tim Robbins, and IQ. And looks like that's it for that row. Alright, next stack, guys. Got Michelle Pfeiffer, Sean Penn, I Am Sam. The Indiana Jones series, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Then we've got Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Indian Summer. Got Robin Williams in Insomnia. The movie Iron Eagle. Mark Wahlberg, Italian Job. Mary-Kate and Ashley, It Takes Two. It's a Wonderful Life, classic. Got Robin Williams and Jack. We got Bruce Willis, Richard Gere in The Jackal. Got The Jesus Movie. Got Kevin Costner and JFK. Alright, on to the next stack. Alright, next up, Tom Cruise and Jerry Maguire. Got Tim Allen and Joe Somebody. Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks and Joe versus the Volcano. Journey to the Center of the Earth. Got Robin Williams and Jumanji. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jr. Ashton Kutcher, Brittany Murphy, and Just Married. Alright, got Karate Kid. Karate Kid Part 2. Meg Ryan, Hugh Jackman, Kate and Leopold. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Kindergarten Cop. Ben Stiller, Keeping the Faith. Woody Harrelson and Kingpin. Ashley Judd, Morgan Freeman, Kiss the Girls, great movie. Heath Ledger and A Knight's Tale. Alright, next up, got some more Van Damme. Got Knockoff. Got Ladybugs, one of my favorites. Have The Land Before Time, Lassie, Bruce Willis in The Last Boy Scout, the sci-fi, got The Last Starfighter, some Tom Hanks, A League of Their Own, got Kirk Cameron, Left Behind, we've got Legally Blonde, Legally Blonde 2, Legend of Bagger Vance, awesome movies, got Lethal Weapon, Lethal Weapon 2, Lethal Weapon 3, and Lethal Weapon 4. All right. I got Jim Carrey and Liar Liar. Brittany Murphy, The Little Black Book. One of my all-time favorites, Little Giants. Some more Sandler, Little Nicky. Winona Ryder and Little Women. Got a Western here, Lonesome Dove. Some more Adam Sandler, Longest Yard. Gina Davis and Samuel Jackson, The Long Kiss Goodnight. Look Who's Talking To, Kirstie Alley, John Travolta. And Look Who's Talking. Got Lost in Space. Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. And we've got Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. That's it for that stack. All right, next up we've got Ted Danson and Whoopi Goldberg in Made in America. Jennifer Lopez, Made in Manhattan. Jim Carrey in The Majestic. Classic baseball movie, Major League. Some DiCaprio, Malkovich, Man in the Iron Mask. Denzel Washington, Man on Fire. Andy Kaufman, Jim Carrey, Man on the Moon. Denzel Washington, Manchurian Candidate. Damon Wayans, Major Payne. Mel Gibson, Man Without a Face. Some Jim Carrey, The Mask. Some of the best, The Matrix. And we've got Matrix Reloaded. Still don't have Revolutions. And Meet Joe Black. All right, next up we've got a Western. We've got Maverick. Got Mean Girls. Got Bill Murray. Got Meatballs. Got Ben Stiller and Meet the Parents. Some more Costner, Message in a Bottle. Will Smith, Tommy Lee Jones, Men in Black. Men in Black 2. Bruce Willis, Mercury Rising. Cuba Gooding Jr., Al Pacino, Men of Honor. Don Johnson in Miami Vice. John Travolta and Michael. John Cusack and Kevin Spacey, Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. One of my favorites of all time, The Mighty Ducks. Milk Money, Ed Harris. And some Tom Cruise, Minority Report. All right, first up, got Miracle on 34th Street, the older version. Sandra Bullock in Miss Congeniality. Miss Congeniality 2. Mission Impossible, this is the first one. Mission Impossible 2. We got Wesley Snipes, Woody Harrelson in Money Train. Jennifer Lopez in Monster-in-Law. Got Mouse Hunt. Tom Selleck in Mr. Baseball. Some Adam Sandler, Mr. Deeds. James Belushi in Mr. Destiny. Michael Keaton in Mr. Mom, one of the best. Mrs. Doubtfire. Some more Michael Keaton, Multiplicity. And we've got The Mummy. All right. Next stack. We've got The Mummy Returns. This also had The Rock in it. Murder at 1600, Wesley Snipes, Diane Lane. Sandra Bullock in Murder by Numbers. Julia Roberts in My Best Friend's Wedding. Got a sealed copy of My Cousin Vinny. My Father the Hero. Billy Crystal in My Giant. My Girl. My Girl 2. Dan Aykroyd, My Stepmother's an Alien. Mystery Man, Ben Stiller. We got Chevy Chase in Christmas Vacation. And Chevy Chase in European Vacation. Got the Naked Gun. And Naked Gun 2.5. All right, next up, got the third one in that installment. Naked Gun 33 1/3. Got Robert Redford in The Natural. Samuel L. Jackson, The Negotiator. Great action movie. Patrick Swayze in Next of Kin. Sandra Bullock in The Net. And I don't have Neverending Story yet, but Neverending Story 2. Drew Barrymore, Never Been Kissed. Some 90s comedy, The New Guy. And we've got The Next Karate Kid. The Night at the Roxbury. Dolly Parton in 9 to 5. The Notebook. Martin Lawrence in Nothing to Lose. Julia Roberts in Notting Hill. And Kevin Costner in No Way Out. Alright, next stack. Got Eddie Murphy in The Nutty Professor. Sequel to that, Nutty Professor 2. Old Brother, Where Art Thou? Paul Rudd and Jennifer Aniston, The Object of My Affection. Ocean's 11. It's the only one I have of that so far. October Sky. Richard Gere, An Officer and a Gentleman. Some more comedy. We've got Out Cold. Old Yeller. Steven Seagal, On Deadly Ground. A family movie called On Our Own. Michelle Pfeiffer, George Clooney, One Fine Day. Robin Williams in 1 Hour Photo. Kevin Costner, Open Range. And we've got Dustin Hoffman and Rene Russo in Outbreak. Next up, we got George Clooney, Jennifer Lopez, and Out of Sight. Steve Martin and Goldie Hawn, The Out of Towners. Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn, Overboard. Movie I grew up on called The Paper Brigade. Steve Martin again, Parenthood. Wesley Snipes in Passenger 57. Mel Gibson, Jim Caviezel, The Passion of the Christ, Sealed. Robin Williams and Patch Adams. Harrison Ford in Patriot Games. Steven Seagal in The Patriot. Mel Gibson in Payback, sealed copy. George Clooney, Nicole Kidman, The Peacemaker. And Pearl Harbor, 2-tape set. And Julia Roberts, Denzel Washington in The Pelican Brief. Michael Douglas and Gwyneth Paltrow in A Perfect Murder. Mark Wahlberg, Perfect Storm. Kevin Costner and Clint Eastwood in A Perfect World. John Travolta in Phenomenon. Colin Farrell, Kiefer Sutherland, Phone Booth. Jennifer Aniston and Kevin Bacon, Picture Perfect. Got Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. I believe this is the only one on VHS. Got Vin Diesel in Pitch Black. Got Mark Wahlberg and Planet of the Apes. And we got Platoon. Tobey Maguire, Pleasantville. Keanu Reeves, Patrick Swayze, Point Break. Kevin Costner in The Postman. We got Powder. This is a demo version. Denzel Washington and Whitney Houston in A Preacher's Wife. I think that's it for that part of the shelf.